In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the front rearward lower control arm on this BMW 328i. This is going to be located behind the front wheels. Let's get into it. We're going to remove the wheel, use a 17mm socket, take these lug bolts out. And before you take the last one out, just going to hold the wheel, take that out, then grab the wheel and pull it off. We're going to remove this shield, use an 8mm socket, take these bolts out. Last one. Grab the shield, slide it back and pull it down. Now we're going to unclip where the level sensor attaches. I'm just going to use some hose pliers. You could use some needle nose pliers. Just get in here and just push this up a little bit. There's a little tab right there. I'm going to get under there with a straight blade screwdriver. Just want to release that, just like that. Pull this clamp off the arm and just set that aside. I'm using a 21mm socket. Take this nut off. Oh, and the stud is just spinning. It's okay. I'm just going to put a support underneath here. Take a pull jack underneath the ball joint and we'll just tighten this up. Put a little pressure on that using a 21mm socket. Take this off. Came off. Now we can lower the pull jack. You can separate this right here, make sure that's loose. If it is not separating that easy, you can give it a tap with a hammer, or there is special front end tools you can use and just use a puller and pop that out. Now using a 18mm socket, 18mm wrench on the bolt. Loosen this up. Just be careful. You don't want this to swing down and hit you. Off. Take that off. I can just hang out of the way. Take this bolt out. Get it past the steering boot. You're gonna have to push the boot up. Now just pull the ball joint out of the knuckle. Tip this down. And pull the arm out. And take the arm. Slide that in place. Slide the bolt in. And before we put the nut on, you gotta put this bracket on. That's for the level sensor. And take the ball joint, and get that lined up with the knuckle. Move that back and forth a little bit. Put the nut on. Using the pull jack, just raise up on the ball joint. Put a little pressure on that, and we'll tighten this down. Snug that down. Now we'll torque this nut to 122 foot-pounds. Just going to use a pry bar, just stick it in between the knuckle and this other lower control arm, just to prevent this from moving. Now Now you want to raise the suspension as much as possible to get this as close to ride height before you tighten this nut and bolt. So do that, just be careful. Snug that down. Now we're going to torque this to 50 foot-pounds and then an additional 90 degrees. If you don't have a torque angle meter, do the best you can. Now you can lower the pull jack, lower the suspension back down. Now take the clip for the ride height sensor. Make sure that's lined up right. Or you can use needle nose pliers and just push this together, clip it in place. Then take the shield. This lined up. Get some of the screws, get those started. Get some of those started. Once you get those all started, just go back, snug those all down. And put the wheel on. Get that lined up. Put the lug stud in. Snug that down. Now I'm going to torque the lug bolts to 80 foot-pounds in a cross pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. Go around again, double check. After finishing this installation, it's important to have an alignment done on your vehicle.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.